Hello everyone, welcome to the Needle Magic. In today's tutorial we'll be making this AirPods case. As you can see here, it's very easy to make and you can hang it on your handbag as well. So this is how it is. You can use your scrap yarns for this project. So let's begin. We need 2 granny squares for this project. हमें 2 granny squares चाहिए. I've made them in different colors, but you can make them in one color as well if you want. अगर आपको चाहिए तो आप एक कलर में भी बना सकते हैं. जैसे मैंने 3 कलर्स में बनाया, आप 3 कलर्स में भी बना सकते हैं. सो हमें 2 granny squares चाहिए होंगे इस प्रोजेक्ट के लिए. तो चलिए मैं आपको बताती हूँ कि इसे कैसे बनाना है. तो सबसे पहले हम अपना पहला कलर ले लेंगे. सो वील टेक आवर फर्स्ट कलर and we'll make a magic circle. तो हम magic circle बना लेंगे. So you have to just wrap the yarn on your 2 fingers like this and then grab your needle, just go in the loop here and pull up a loop and then slide it off your fingers carefully and chain 1 to secure. So here your magic circle is ready. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and this counts as our first double crochet stitch. ये हमारे पहले double crochet stitch की तरह count होगा. Now we'll work 2 double crochet stitches in the magic circle, 1 and 2. Then chain 1. Then again we have to make 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1. We'll make 3 more double crochet stitches in the magic circle, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1. Oh, there's a knot in the yarn, so I'll just cut the extra piece from here. And we'll continue working. So now what I have done, chain 3, 2 double crochet stitches, chain 1, then 3 double crochet stitches, chain 1, 3 double crochet stitches, chain 1, and again we'll work 3 double crochet stitches in the magic circle, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1, and we'll tighten the magic circle and we'll slip stitch onto the 3rd chain. So at the beginning we had made 3 chains, so on the top chain we'll just go and we'll slip stitch and join. So इस तरीके से ये हमारा ready हो गया. Now slip stitch to the next stitch, slip stitch to the next stitch and slip stitch in the chain 1 space. Now if you're working with one color, you can continue the second round from here, but if you're going to use another color like I'm using, then we have to fasten off here, chain 1, fasten off, and then we'll attach our next color in this chain 1 space. तो अगर आप एक ही कलर यूज़ कर रहे हैं तो आप यहाँ से अपना सेकेंड राउंड स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं, बट अगर आप मेरी तरह कलर चेंज करना चाहते हैं तो यहाँ पे स्लिप नॉट बना के आप नया कलर अटैच कर सकते हैं. सो वी हैव मेड अ स्लिप नॉट and we'll be attaching our new color in the same chain 1 space where we fastened off. Chain 1 to secure. We'll make 2 more chains. So this chain 3 will be counted as our first double crochet stitch. So we'll work 2 more double crochet stitches in the same chain 1 space, 1 and 2, chain 2 and 3 more double crochet stitches in the same chain 1 space, and I'm working over the yarn tails, both the yarn tails. I'm working on top of them so that they're secured. So we'll work 3 more double crochet stitches in the same chain 1 space, 2 and 3. Now skip these 3 stitches, go on to the next chain 1 space and work 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, 3 double crochet stitches, 2, 3, chain 2 and 3 more double crochet stitches in the same space, 2 and 3. Now again skip these 3 stitches over here and go into the next chain 1 space and work 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, 3 double crochet stitches in the same chain 1 space, chain 2 and 3 more double crochet stitches in the same chain 1 space, and 3. Then again skip the next 3 stitches, go into the next chain 1 space and do the exact same, 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2 and 3 more double crochet stitches in the same space, 2 and 3. Now we'll slip stitch onto the third chain that we made at the beginning, the top chain, slip stitch onto the next stitch, slip stitch onto the next stitch, slip stitch in the chain 2 space, and like I did earlier, I'll be fastening off, but if you're using one color, you can continue round 3 from here. So I'll chain 1 and fasten off first, and then I'll add my third color to the same space here. In the same way, we'll make a slip knot first, and then we can add our next color in the same space where we fasten off. Chain 1. Okay, now we'll add 2 more chains to this, so we'll have a total of 3 chains, and we have to work exactly like we worked our corner of the previous round. 2 more double crochet stitches in the same space, and the chain 3 will be counted as our first double crochet stitch, and I'm working over the yarn tails. Then chain 2 and 3 more double crochet stitches in the same space, 1, 2 and 3. Now skip these 3 stitches, and in the space here we'll be working 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2 and 3. Now skip these 3 stitches and go into the chain 2 space and work the corner as we did earlier, 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2 and 3 more double crochet stitches in the same space. Now skip these stitches, go into the space and work 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2 and 3. Now we'll skip these stitches and go in the chain 2 space and work our corner with 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, 3 double crochet stitches in the same space, 1, 2 and 3. Then skip these stitches here, go into the space and we'll work 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2 and 3. Then again skip the stitches, go in the chain 2 space and work our corner, 1, 2, 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2 and 3 more double crochet stitches in the same space, 1, 2 and 3. Now we'll skip these 3 stitches, we'll go in the space and we'll work 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2 and 3. Now skip these stitches over here and we'll go on to the third chain and we'll slip stitch and join. Then slip stitch onto the next stitch, slip stitch onto the next stitch, slip stitch in the chain 2 space. So this completes our granny square, and now we need 2 granny squares and we need to join them to complete our project. तो हमें ऐसे 2 granny squares चाहिए. तो इसी तरीके से सेम पैटर्न फॉलो करके आप अपना दूसरा granny square भी रेडी कर लीजिए. And now what we have to do is, now with this one I'll be making the chains. I'll not fasten off, I'll make the chains and then I'll attach the other granny square to this. So what we'll do is, we'll chain like around, I think 35 to 40 chains I'll make. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have made 40 chains, and now I'll slip stitch in the same chain 2 space here, and I'll chain 1 and fasten off. So we have this string here. Now we need to take another granny square. We'll take this one, and now we can weave in these ends if we want, or we can just tie knots. So what I'm going to do is I'll just tie a couple of knots and cut the extra piece from here. तो मैं सिर्फ 1-2 knots टाई करके एक्स्ट्रा यार्न को कट कर रही हूँ. आप चाहे तो टेपिस्ट्री नीडल की मदद से इसे अंदर वीवन भी कर सकते हैं वर्क के. सो दिस इज़ रॉन्ग साइड ऑफ माई वर्क एंड दिस इज़ द राइट साइड. तो ये राइट साइड है मेरी यहाँ पे ग्रैनी स्क्वायर की, और ये रॉन्ग साइड है. नाउ वील प्लेस राइट साइड इन एंड रॉन्ग साइड आउट, and we place both the granny squares facing right side each other like this, and we have to stitch from here to here. So this will be the opening and this will be stitched together. So the V will be stitched together and the top V will be open. What you can do is you can even stitch from here till here and you can leave this portion open. But what I'm going to do is I'll just stitch this portion. So we'll take yarn, make a slip knot. आपको चाहिए तो आप टेपिस्ट्री नीडल की मदद से भी इसे स्टिच कर सकते हो, नहीं तो जैसे मैं कर रही हूँ क्रोशे नीडल के साथ वैसे भी कर सकते हो. सो वील प्लेस आवर नीडल in both the chain 2 spaces of the first and second granny square. Chain 1 to secure the yarn, and now we need to make slip stitches using the front and back loop of both the granny squares. So back loop of the front granny square and front loop of the front loop of the front granny square and back loop of the back granny square, and we'll start making slip stitches. So here front loop, here back loop, slip stitch, then again front loop, back loop, slip stitch. So make sure front loop of the front granny square, back loop of the back granny square, and slip stitch. So we'll do this until we reach the other side. So I'll complete this and then I'll show you what to do next. So here I've reached the first chain 2 space. So we'll have to do 1 and 2 slip stitches in the chain 2 space, and then continue working with the front loop, with the back loop, and slip stitch. Then again front loop, back loop, and slip stitch. So I'll complete this until I reach the other chain 2 space, and then we have to fasten off. So here I've reached the other chain 2 space. So I'll be slip stitching in the chain 2 space and chain 1 and fasten off. So we can weave in the end here and some stitches and then cut the extra piece. Exactly with the other side as well. Now we'll bring the right side out like this. And then you can place your AirPods here in, and then we can take our loop and put it in the space here, and you can hang it on your bag, and this is ready. So I hope you liked the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Keep crocheting, stay safe, be happy. Bye bye.